Welcome to this session where we are going to look at charts, how we can introduce charts out there, and then how exactly these charts can typically uh, visualize the whole data is what we are going to look at this in this session. So we are going to create charts using the chart wizard, creating different types of charts, including titles and values in the chart, and then we can format the charts out there. So let us look at the first data out there. So this is the data that I have with me. So this is some data that I have picked up from the data set here on this website, and then I have just said what are the years, what are the votes that are polled out there, and things like that, total voter list. So let me just take the name of the state, the year, and say the polls out there. Next, let me go to insert out here on this. On insert, there is something called as recommended charts there. So I have an option to take recommendations from Excel and then do it. So if I click on that, it shows me this. So I can have a clustered bar chart there, each bar for each of those states out there. I could be looking at a scatter plot there and how exactly the votes have been polled out there. I could be looking at the years in which it has been polled there, the year column. And then this year column is only 2017 out there. So for 2017, we are looking at the whole data out there. We could be using a stacked bar there. So the year and the data comes together out there. We could be looking at the state and the number of votes that have been polled in a clustered column chart out there. We could be using the Pareto chart here, and then Pareto charts are latest charts out there. So it is recommending a Pareto chart. So if apart from this you want to look at other specific charts out there, so you can look at say this chart out there and say who exactly pulled it. And you could go for a line chart there, and the line chart could display something like this. You could look at a bar chart, you could look at a area chart there, and there are certain graphs which you cannot do with the data. So it would say this is a format in which I want the data. For example, I selected a stock chart here, and then I say high price, low price, closing price, and then stock labels and things like that. This is one way of going and taking recommendations and also looking at all the charts. This is one way of looking at it. The second way is I can still go to insert there. I can select each one of them where it gives me an option where I want to look at the data out there and do the whole thing out there. So I could do a 3D chart out there, and it gives me only that, because you can see that there are only three datas that I have selected now at that point there. It is showing me only those three. So I can insert this chart, and it can show me the whole thing there. Now I can insert a chart name there. I can change this title. For changing the title, I can do it this way. um, I can write election or votes polled in 2017 election, for example, is what I can give it as a title out there. So this can be a way in which I modify the whole this thing there. Now I can go to the legend out there, and um I want to change this legend. I say no fill out there, so you can see it gives me a solid fill. And there it's a gradient. I can go and change the color to whatever I want. Say I want this to be, say, change to black color, for example. And then I say 0% transparency, so you can automatically see that the bar chart has taken up the black color on the bars. You can go and look at giving a shadow out there. Select any one of those options out there, and then it gives me a different this thing out there. You can see the shadow out there. I can reduce the transparency to 0, or I can reduce the transparency to 100 out there. So you can see I can even increase the size out there of the bars. Essentially, I want it to be blur. It says 4 points. You can increase that, and then you can keep it somewhere in the middle out there. So somewhere here I can stop, something like that. The angle at which it needs to be displayed. So you can see the angle, change the angle out there. The distances at which you want, you can increase the points out there. It's at 200 points, so automatically it changes out there. So I can go here, I can make some changes here. For example, I can select on this. I have the access option there. I want to say the text on the access text access there, and then I want to look at the category number out there. I want the categories to be reversed, so you can see how exactly it get reversed. So these are the type of um, formatting that you can do on the chart out there. I showed you how exactly you can select a chart. You can go for recommendation, or you can look at this option there, where you are looking at a column chart and a bar chart out there in the first option out there. Here we have line charts, area charts there, 2D areas and 3D areas also out there. And then you have option for a tree map. I can put a tree map in this case also there. So I can look at a tree map there for these three states. So you can see that how does it exactly look like. It's almost equal. I'm not able to see the numbers there. So I can say a double, like select the data, and this is how you could select the data out there. And then I want to look at the labels there. Format the data series out there. I'll say overlapping banner and things like that. So it gives me that banner out there in the overlapping. Essentially, it is not giving me the. I would like to display the value out there, but then it's not giving me that option there. So I want to add that also out there, and then I want a pattern fill out there. You can see I can select any of those patterns out there, and then that is how it would display out there. So this type of chart formatting options are available when you right click on that chart. And then I want to look at the data labels there. So for looking at the data labels, size, alignment, all these things can be changed out there. I can resize and refit the shape of the text out there, and things like that. And I also want to look at the label options there. I want the category names, and I can select on the values also. So it is looking at the values that in 2017, this is the result out there. I can look at the series name also there, so it is giving me the entire series out there. And then we are separating by commas there. I want the numbers there, whether it was in the different categories, what are the exact this thing there, and then the format code out there. And these are the things that you need to identify in these charts. So if I want to do a histogram, for example, I will just select this columns out there. I will just go. I will insert the histogram here for this chart here. This is the histogram. So what does the histogram essentially do is, unlike the bar chart, what does it do? Bar chart and the column chart, it will take the data, and for that year, what is the this thing? What is the value there, or the number of votes that have happened in that case? That is what it is going to display in the column chart and the bar chart exactly. So you need two values out there. Here I actually require only one chart. So what it is doing is, it is taking the age in one of the categories out there. So it is taking the age there in one of the categories, one of the axis there in the x-axis there basically, and then in the other column it is trying to take the values essentially of the salary. And another thing is, you need to select only the two columns that you want on the chart. So let me just remove this chart there. I will just select only these two columns for you, and then I will go to insert. I will just put a histogram out there, and then based on the age and the salary out there, it is representing that. The scales you can change again, so I can select there and then put a right click, and then I want to format the major access details there. So what are the options there is to look at the title, area, series, chart, vertical, major axis, and things like that. So I'm making that as the thing there. And then if I want to look at the this thing here, I want to format the data series out there. I am looking at the sequence there. These are the effects, and this is the fill that I want to look at. So basically, you can draw charts, and the same formatting principles you could use out there. I could also insert a Pareto chart from here. So this is the Pareto chart there, by which it is in a indication of how much of data is below 80 and how much is above 80. So most of the time it is an 80-20 rule there. So it would approximately show you that information out there. So the then to look at line charts there, you could just select this data that I have here, and this data set I selected as part of the thing there. Line charts are here, so I just put a simple line chart for each of those things there. So I can have 3D there, I can have a 3D area out there, and plot these for each of those animals out there. So this is how you could be using the charts, which actually depicts what is there in the data for me, where which point is lying is something that I can look at and identify the whole sequence out there pertaining to the number of years on this particular axis out there. So we could look at area charts there. So I'm looking at gross revenues there, for example. Let me insert a chart for the area chart there. So an area chart can be like this. So it gives me specifically how the revenues are in each of those years. So if we do in Access format there, um, can look at the text access there, and then reverse the category out there, so you can see how exactly it changes. I want to look at the labels out there, specify the interval unit out there. So this way I can keep on changing what is the distance, number, and all these things out there. So this is how I could insert area charts, pie and donut chart. For example, say I take this and then I insert say a pie or a donut out there. This is how I would insert the donut chart, and this is how it would typically look like. And then if I right click on that, I can go and format the data series. I can add the labels out there and things like that. So that's how we would be working with charts. Very simple, that we just have to have specific type of data for each type of chart, and then select the appropriate chart. If you don't understand how to select, just go to the recommended chart, select the best one that depicts that data, and then select that option out there. So with that, we come to the end of this session out here. Thanks for your patient hearing. I hope this was informative to you. And if you want to essentially understand the advanced charting and how exactly we do reporting and all, that is there on our advanced program. I welcome you to come on board to our advanced programs out there, where you can understand better advanced things which are really required on the job out there. Happy to note that you are able to now navigate through, understand a lot of things in Excel out there with this basic course that has been put up for you for your benefit out there. Thanks a lot, and wish you all the best.